What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Living in Arizona, and today we are talking about an announcement from the governor, Doug Doucey. So, Governor Doug Doucey has posted a link here saying Arizona ranked #1 inbound state in the nation. So, this is some pretty big news. If you're excited to learn about what it is that the governor has announced, what the statistics are, how Arizona ranks ahead of the other 9 in the top 10, and what the worst states are for inbound states in the nation. So this is what this video is going to be about. If you're new to this channel, you can subscribe and crush up the likes if you're excited for this video. So let's get started. So a recent American Enterprise Institute comparison ranked Arizona the #1 inbound state in the nation. The inbound-outbound ranking is determined by the percentage of people moving to the state versus those leaving in 2018 based on the Census Bureau data. The comparison has also reviewed indicators related to tax and regulatory friendliness, business climate, affordability, and job opportunities, and found inbound states like Arizona generally vast outperforming their peers. So this is what the governor said. With hundreds of new residents and businesses moving to Arizona every day, one thing is clear: smart policy matters. With more people and a booming economy, Arizona has been able to invest in things that matter, like K through 12 education. So Arizona historically has not had a very good education system, but with the proper investment and the smart planning, it is getting better. Public safety and child safety while preparing for the future. This is a winning recipe, and Arizona will continue to prioritize growing jobs, expanding opportunities, and keeping Arizona the most welcoming state in the nation. That's a pretty big title to take on, is to be #1. I mean, you can't get any better than #1. So Arizona outperforming all other states in the nation in this category of overall friendliness in terms of quality of life and all that for inbound states. According to the American Enterprise Institute, 60% of the moves in Arizona were inbound and 39% were outbound. So there is some people that leave. It's not for everyone, resulting in a 23% net inflow. Arizona experienced a 3.4% employment growth between October 2017 and October 2018, tied for the highest of inbound states. Additionally, Arizona 2018 GDP growth rate reached 4%, the second highest among all AEI inbound states. So now I'm going to read the data, and I'm going to say what's up to everyone who's already commented. What's up, Tiffany and Earl? How's it going, guys? And thanks to the 8 people who already crushed up the likes. So now I'm going to read to you guys the data. So in terms, these were the categories that the inbound states were ranked on: right to work, state local tax burden as a percentage of income, top state individual income tax rate for 2018, because they only have the data for 2018 complete, top state corporate tax rate 2018, Forbes best states for business rankings. Okay. There was a couple others on here: electricity cost, which Arizona doesn't exactly outperform on, median home price. And I'm going to go over all that. I'm going to talk about one of the things that's really important to people, which is called the right to work. So this has the Arizona #1, #2 being Idaho, #3 being Nevada, 4 Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, Vermont, Florida, Montana, and followed by Texas at #10. So Arizona's most competitive states in terms of places people want to go, Texas, Florida, and Nevada, we're still ahead of all of those on this chart. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the important things. Let's just compare against those 4 states, or these 4 states. So the right to work state: Arizona is a right to work state, Nevada is, Florida is, and so is Texas. So all are pretty similar with that. State income tax: Arizona's at 8.8%. Nevada's a little bit lower at 8.1%. Florida is at 8.9%, and Texas is actually got 7.6% income, state local tax burden and percentage of income, right? So top state individual tax rate, 4.5% in Arizona. Nevada has no income tax for the state tax. And then Florida, no income tax, and Texas, no income tax for the state. So that's pretty good. They got us beat on that. Now, when it comes to median home price, Arizona's median home price is $257,000. Nevada's is $291,000, so almost $300,000. Florida, actually $237,000, and then Texas $199,000. So where Arizona really rock and rolls here and outpaces everyone else is going to be on the GDP, though. So the real GDP, 4% for Arizona, 3.2% for Nevada. So which, if you don't know what GDP is, it's gross domestic product. 3.5% for Florida, and then Texas at 3.2%. What's up, everybody? Let's see. So we got Scott Glick. Let's go get a beer, man. All right, Scott. Sounds good. Kathleen says Colorado, and then the mate says Florida is pretty full. Andy says Arizona has many climates. Try Flagstaff. It's too hot in Phoenix. Yes. And also Prescott, which is getting popular. And then Dan says, sorry, I meant what is the sales tax in Arizona? So the sales tax in Arizona, let me see if it's on here. Should be state sales tax. I believe, oh man, I used to know it right off the top of my head and I don't have it right now. Arizona state sales tax. Let's see. Arizona state sales tax. It is currently 5.6%. Okay, so back to the statistics here. So the worst states for outbound, just the top 10 outbound states ranked as of 2018. I know you guys all don't like California, but New York's actually number one for the top outbound state. More people are trying to leave New York. Okay, so Illinois is number 2, New Jersey number 3, California number 4, Connecticut, which I would say out of those top 5 right there, New Jersey and Connecticut, I could see why people want to leave there. Sorry. A shocker that's on this list is New Mexico. New Mexico, actually, considering, I mean, it's similar to Arizona, but why are so many people not a big fan of New Mexico? I don't know. Now, in terms of electricity costs, that's where Arizona just doesn't perform very good. So we have $11.21 per kilowatt hour. Nevada's at $9.92, Florida's at $10.62, and Texas at $9.61. Surprisingly, Maine and Vermont have a higher power cost, probably because they're in the north. It probably costs a lot more. In terms of best states for business, so if you're into starting a business, the best state they're saying to start a business is North Carolina, and Texas actually ranks at number 3. Florida at number 7, Arizona at number 17. So that's kind of interesting to see that. Let's see what everyone's saying about all this. Oh, Alyssa says New Mexico is blue. Rick Travis says Illinois is always near the bottom in everything. Another one that I see a lot at the bottom is Mississippi, believe it or not. Let's see here. Darren Kroc, I would love to live in New York or New Jersey over Arizona. You would like to live in New Jersey over Arizona? When was the last time you went to New Jersey, Darren? You must not like sunshine, Darren, because I mean, this whole month we've had nothing but sunshine. And actually, I was just having this conversation recently. One of my favorite towns, I think, that's in Phoenix that's kind of starting to grow on me a lot is Tempe. If you haven't been to Tempe recently, just in the last year, there's been a major overhaul taking place down on Rio Salado. So I know I give a lot of credit to Gilbert, and I give a lot of credit to Scottsdale, but one that's really starting to grow on me is Tempe, and it's the Rio Salado project, the Tempe Town Lake. They're doing a great job of incorporating Mill Avenue. I'll have to make a full video on this subject of exactly why I like what's going on in Tempe. Thanks to the 13 people who crushed up the likes, by the way. But so in Tempe, they've done a great thing with Mill Avenue. They've connected the nightlife, so they've got the nightlife. Now they're adding in the tech, the jobs, and they've got a lot of big corporations, up and coming startups that are building or that are taking up residence right there on the Rio Salado. If you haven't been down there, just go down there. It's good. I'm going to tell you right now that you see a lot of construction, but they're also building these high-rise buildings. They're not just high-rise buildings like cookie-cutter high-rise buildings. They're actually really beautiful high-rise buildings. In fact, I think they're building better high-rise structures and better infrastructure in Tempe than even downtown Phoenix or even Scottsdale. So if you haven't been down to Tempe in the last year, you'd be surprised. It has changed a lot for the better. So there you go. Go ahead and check out Tempe if you get a chance. I can make a full video outlining all of that too. Let's see here. David Welker, one of my math teachers is in high school, was from New Jersey. Yeah, I know. The only thing about New Jersey that I don't really care for is it's very gray, very gray. I think for 6 months out of the year, it's just one big gray. I don't know. I have a hard, it's kind of beautiful. I mean, there's like coastal New Jersey has those, it has those dunes and like those swamp marshes and stuff, but people don't even live on the Jersey Shore for 6 or 7 months out of the year because it's unlivable, literally. Maybe 5 months out of the year, Jersey is pretty good. Arizona is 9 months out of the year. It's pretty good. I was having a conversation. I might be with my neighbor about, I might be traveling again. And I was saying to get away from the cold weather, even in Arizona. She's like, you're going to get away from the cold weather in Arizona? Where are you going? I go, I'm going to the Southern Hemisphere where it's summer. So I'm always chasing warm weather. So Darren, who loves very cold weather and the snow and all that, him and I might not agree on that because he likes Chicago, loves Chicago, hates Arizona. And me, I couldn't live in a place like that because it gets too cold. That's my personality. When it gets cold, it's kind of depressing. I mean, I can get through it, no problem. If I have to, I mean, I'll hibernate for a couple months. But when it comes to the sunlight, I want to be in the sunlight. So that's another thing. And if you're looking for jobs in Arizona, one of the things that they really want to push here is tech jobs. Governor Doug Doucey, the governor of Arizona, again announced that Tucson is getting ready to become a technology hub. And I said, that's funny because it's definitely not right now. I mean, I could see getting inspired over in the Catalina foothills or Oro Valley of Tucson around Mount Lemmon and the Catalina Mountains. But downtown Tucson is very anemic. There's not much going on down there. But what it is the University of Arizona is what's bringing the power. So the college is proving in America to be the catalyst of a lot of this technology innovation. Big companies want to build their corporate headquarters and their business campuses next to the college campus because they're recruiting straight out of college. And the two colleges they're recruiting out of here in Arizona in particular are Arizona State, which is right there in Tempe near Tempe Town Lake, and then Arizona, University of Arizona Wildcats. So they're hoping to use the talent pool that the University of Arizona creates, a great school, by the way. I'm a huge Wildcats fan. I think the Wildcats, the University of Arizona Wildcats basketball team, the men's basketball team, I think they're going to the Final Four and they might win it all. And if you don't believe me and you haven't been keeping an eye on the Arizona Wildcats basketball team, check them out. These guys are good. Like they crushed everyone. They're literally just steamrolling everyone they're playing, and they're so stacked on talent. It's amazing. But the University of Arizona Wildcats down in Tucson, it's a great school. They don't do too good in football, though. So Darren says, can't picture Tucson as a tech center. Come on, it isn't San Fran or Austin. I just went to Austin, Texas recently. It's right. That's another city that's using the University of Texas, the Longhorns, as a catalyst for their tech innovation. So it's like, hey, go to school at University of Texas, then move on and get a job working in downtown on Congress Street, right there in the tech corridor of Austin, Texas. But the way that Austin, Texas does technology and startups, it's a little bit different than comparing it to Arizona, really. But Tucson could, if it taps into its greatest resource, the college students in the University of Arizona, it could really do something. David Welker, I see Sierra Vista and Casa Grande becoming a tech hubs and not so much Tucson. I don't know why. Well, Tucson, if they were to take advantage of Catalina Mountain, I think that's an inspiring place to be. I could see a lot of creativity coming out of. I would develop it around like the area between Catalina Foothills and Oro Valley. I would try to build that up into something. I mean, Oro Valley alone should be the tech hub. I mean, it could be the next Silicon Valley if they decided to build it there. but maybe they're going to build it in the Catalina foothills area. I don't know, but I was just as surprised because I don't see it down there as of right now. Let's see here. Darren Kroc says, Nani Pace, Georgia is fine. Atlanta is great. Alyssa says, Oro Valley is so nice. Why ruin it with tech? Well, so tech is just jobs. I mean, that's what we're basically talking about. When they're saying tech, they're saying let's bring the jobs, let's bring the smart jobs, let's bring the jobs of the future, sustainability to the community. That's what they're talking about. So when it comes to communities, everyone has to work. I mean, a community doesn't work in capitalism unless we go to a full-blown socialism. You have to have jobs for people to work at. So what are the jobs of the future? It's not going to be the same jobs of the future that we had in the 1900s, is it? I mean, we're going towards cleaner energy. We're going to more people on the planet. There's just the population of the planet just keeps getting bigger, and we've got to support all of those people, and they need jobs. And as Arizona continues to grow, we need jobs of the future, not jobs of yesteryear, because the jobs of yesteryear are the ones that the baby boomers can't find work for because those jobs are no longer being used. So absolutely, you have to bring the technology jobs. As a matter of fact, if you look at all the boom towns of America's history and even what's going on in China, it's all being powered by technology. Technology, if you're thinking technology in the sense of what Silicon Valley is, I guess you're probably thinking about the people who are there, but the jobs have to be technology driven. And some of the jobs in Tucson that are already there, Raytheon, aerospace innovation technology, stuff like that. So Linda G says, I've lived in the Bay Area and worked in Silicon Valley. I'll take Arizona over living there. Well, yeah, because of the prices. Alyssa Inez says she loves University of Arizona too. And Darren says, a great place for tech jobs is the Dulles corridor of Northern Virginia next to Washington, D.C. Yeah, he's right about that. They've got a lot of technology startups in Dulles and in the Washington, D.C. area around, I think it's Arlington. Is it Arlington? Yeah. So anyways, guys, just wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. Thank you to the 20 people who crushed up the likes. I can answer some questions if you guys have any. Otherwise, we will just see you guys on the next video. And thank you for tuning in. Don't see any extra questions coming in. Let me see if I missed any. All right. All right, guys. So thanks to everyone who tuned in, and we will see you guys next time.